In this episode of Two Dudes React, me and Dallas, so Dallas is my buddy who's a director of photography. He's worked on pretty much anything you can do with a video camera, commercials, documentaries, music videos, etc. So he knows the stuff on how to shoot basically anything. And in this special episode, we're going to tackle two, not one, but two Stray Kids music videos, Thunderous and S-Class. Those two have been requested specifically on comments of other videos that we've done that people want to see Dallas's reaction to these two videos. And so that's what we're going to do. So double feature music video, me and Dallas. I have seen the video for Thunderous. I've heard the song a bunch of times. Dallas has never seen it. He's never listened to any Stray Kids music, I don't think. I've heard the song S-Class. I have not seen that video, so it'll be the first time he and I are watching that video. And neither one of us has seen any behind-the-scenes footage of either of the videos, so that's where we're at. So I hope you enjoy this double feature, Stray Kids Thunderous and S-Class music video reactions. Have you ever heard any music from the group Stray Kids?
Actual music? Probably not. I've heard a lot about Stray Kids,
Okay.
about the idea of them.
Okay. All right. So then I think there's a very good chance you've never heard this song and never seen the video. I know this song well. It's one of their songs that I like a lot. I've seen this music video. I watched it originally months ago. I don't remember all of it, but I do remember a couple of really cool things. Also, people have requested you watch this video specifically. And so this will be a good one for you to see. This would be an interesting first experience with the Stray Kids.
I'll try not to let them down.
Okay, let's do this. Here we go. And you tell me whenever you want to pause or whatever. I think I know what's coming, and I'll have questions within the first, I don't know, 15 seconds maybe. We'll see. All right, here we go.
All right, let's do it.
And tell me if you should be able to hear it, but let me know. Okay, I already have my first
Very
question.
cool. Super fun.
Okay, all right. Here's what I want to know. When the first time I saw this video, immediately, let me go frame by frame. This transition from animation to real video is super freaking cool. So my question was, are we still in the days where somebody has to animate this, like draw this frame by frame? Or I guess that's more of a question of how do people do animation today? And then how do you layer it on top of the actual video? Any tips?
There's a couple different ways to do it. I bet that they are using a plugin. It's not one that I've used personally, but essentially the idea of rotoscoping is that like you draw like a rough idea of where it is. And with AI stuff, it's becoming a little bit more of a household name where it understands the outline of an object within a frame. And with this, the person is so prevalent in this shot and everything else kind of out of focus. You can kind of detect the subject a little bit more. So that immediately cuts them out. And then you can like layer your effects on top of it.
Got it. Okay.
The way that I've done some animation work like this in the past, and it was all done by hand, and that still gives like a really cool look to it. Basically, you go like one frame and then you copy, paste to the next one, and you adjust for the next frame.
Sure.
And you start like erasing pieces that you want. You would know if that was the case though, because it's really a little more frenetic as it's going and moving. So this I think is a plugin, and it seems kind of like every other frame. There's a term in animation where you work in ones or you work in twos. And working in ones means you're animating every single frame. Working in twos means every other.
Okay.
So it kind of looked like things kind of, I mean, it does look like it's going every frame.
But
it
even
seems
if
like
it,
some big moves are happening like every other frame.
yeah, but you think if it is a plugin, let's say, they could do it um, every frame or every other?
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
think
Okay.
the like parameters they're able to move, it's kind of like an effect called a choker, where essentially you can have the border of an object get bigger or smaller and slowly kind of like move away from. So I think they're kind of doing that where they're like slowly pulling back the layer of the effect
Got
to
it.
one side.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay. So that, yeah, this was the first thing that caught my eye. I just thought it was
It's super
so
cool.
cool.
It's funny because like this is a tool like I think also with this they're using depth map work where then they can understand like it's coming through
Oh,
almost
yeah.
like how light would hit your like a
Like a shadow.
Rembrandt
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
on that, yeah, that one eye. So it's like it understands depth and it not being done by hand, because I feel very confident it's not done by hand just because it's not frenetic,
Yeah.
that they're using a depth map plugin on the effect so that it's pulling away as if light would be hitting the face. It's crazy. It's really cool.
That is awesome. All right. I'm going to wind it back so we can see that again. Full
And
speed.
all this, yeah, all this earlier stuff is super fun. 2D animation stuff.
Yeah.
I have a couple buddies that work kind of in this style, and it's always so cool.
And would this be hand drawn, do you think? Or are we still,
I think hand drawn, post animated,
okay.
like
Yeah.
drawn in Illustrator and then transferred over to After Effects.
Okay. All right. Well, then we'll start it from the beginning since we only got like 10 seconds in. All right. Here we go. Okay. I'm gonna pause it again. Another thing I liked about this video, I'm gonna go back just a few to the wide shot after it. I think it zooms out right in here. Where is it? There we go. So again, I think what stands out to me in a lot of these music videos is just the color scheming, and I love this black, red, and gold motif with these blue, flamey accent things. But what caught my eye is the black, red, and gold. I just love it.
Super cool. And those little dividers are really interesting because they don't look out of place.
Oh, the actual gold panels. Is that what you're talking
Yeah.
about? Oh, I didn't realize he's actually spray painting on there. Okay.
Yeah.
I've never slowed it down like this, so I never looked at this detail. But yeah, this color palette, I just enjoyed it.
No, it really cool. The floating objects are really interesting. They have like, I'm guessing that they're CG elements. They're like there's because they have kind of like a little bit of a movement as if something's on fishing line and someone's like pulling it up and down a little
Oh,
bit.
interesting. Okay.
Um,
Oh yeah.
the way that they move feels like not how you'd animate it in a good way. Like they feel like they're real objects that were like composited into here and added a fire effect on top of
Oh,
it.
gotcha. Okay. That's cool. Oh yeah, and he's got one in the palm of his hand right there. I didn't notice that before. All right. I just like all right, we'll wind this back a bit. Okay, you saw that? The transition. So
The wipe.
yeah, a very common comment when people are trying to convince me to watch Stray Kids music videos is that they're known for their transitions. And that was, I think, well, obviously the cartoon one in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then this, I think it's a person walking across the screen. Yeah. So to your point, like rotoscoping, right? Around, like even cutting that, there's no like straight line here, right? And then this side changes. It's like they went the extra mile and cut this stuff out.
Yeah,
And this looks
totally.
like the the second scene over here.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
really effective and great. And they even have the extra elements coming out. Like they didn't need to include this extra piece at the back end of it.
Oh yeah, this right here.
Just cool. Great. Why not?
Yeah.
And another example of them using rotoscope in just a way that is kind of going the extra mile, but it sells it is if you go back to the solo on screen.
Wait, way back?
It's right. Yeah, it's like the elements, the fire elements are kind of going around during
Oh
the
yeah,
solo
yeah.
performance right
Like
here, I
back here?
think. So those elements, I'm quite positive right here. See
Yeah.
how that's going
It
behind his
goes behind
hat?
him. Yeah, yeah.
So like that's because it's a 3D element, they're doing that in post to just cut him off.
Yep.
There's a little bit of some bleeding going over, but I mean like in real time, it's
You don't
just
see
like that
that.
next added piece. Because you know,
Yep.
they have to like track the
Oh, there
camera
too.
movement with this stuff so
Right.
that it feels like it's living in the place when the camera's moving around.
Yep.
Otherwise it would just like float in one spot and the camera's like going all over.
And you would be able to tell immediately that it wasn't part of the environment.
Yeah.
Okay. So cool. Yeah, I didn't notice that one when we watched it. All right, here we go. Oh, and one thing, well, I'm not going to give anything away, but we'll talk about it later. Okay, black and gold again. And the red highlight.
Yeah, it's great.
The vehicle in the background. Yeah. So I just love the use of color.
Those are all the decisions that you have to make. You're like, I want a car in the scene, and then somebody's asking what kind of car, what color is the car, like where's the car?
Yeah.
And you're like, you have to come up with it. It needs to be red, and you have to be firm on that because then they're like, we couldn't find any red cars. We have a yellow car, and you're like, no.
Or if it's a
it
dark
has to
red,
be a red car.
or you want fire engine red. Yeah, yeah. Perfect. Oh, okay. Another. So I'm gonna call out these transitions because I know that's what people are gonna talk about and want to talk about. So this is another one that happens super fast. Okay, again, I've never slowed this down, so this is really interesting. I'm curious if this is an actual. Oh, it must be a real light because look at how dark those shadows are. Like a very intense bright light in time to make it look like thunder or lightning.
Yeah.
And then
well, because I'm looking at the building to the left. When you go back, like there's a lot of illumination on that building.
Yeah.
And I can't tell if it's something that they were able to recover through post-processing, because they could be just like bringing the exposure up really high.
Oh, sure. Okay.
And there might just be enough information back there to support the effect. But if they have it going to a music cue with the lights, very cool.
It has to be though, because look at the shadow. The direction of the shadows is off to the left, but then the super bright light comes in from the left, so the shadows go the opposite direction.
Yeah, you're totally right.
So it has to be a real light.
Yeah, that strobe effect is set up to hit at those parts. It's great.
So, and in another video we talked about, so this might be the same mechanism that you would use to time this in a concert setting.
Yeah.
You can do the same thing for an actual music video.
Yeah, it's called DMX, and it's the way to be able to control the lights, to be able to hit it at a certain point, or create an effect with a light that might be able to like change colors or whatnot. And so you can actually be able to run audio and give it marks for lights to hit at certain points.
Sure.
So then you're running like playback through it, and the lights are keeping in sequence at the same time.
Oh, playback is in like, that's the version these guys are listening to coordinate the dancing and the movements and all that stuff. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, playback is the term for like listening to the music. So you'll say like playback's up when you're about to start rolling camera, and that usually we put like a 5 to 10 second delay at the beginning of the audio with some sort of countdown so that you're able to hear like get ready and
Yeah,
understand like track's about to hit.
got it. So cool. Okay, so there's a transition here. That's what I originally wanted it back. Where is it?
The
And
Chanel suspenders.
yeah, dude, these guys don't mess around. I think they all have partnerships with some different fashion. What do you call them? Houses, brands. All right, so I think this is the transition here again. So this must be another, yeah, ultra. It's got to be a real light, right? Because now the shadows are gotten
Yeah. Well,
crazy
so
from that side.
I mean, I'm sure it's going to continue, but one thing I immediately notice is that this is shot on anamorphic lenses. And if
What
you
does that
don't
mean?
know,
Is it like a
anamorphic
fisheye?
lenses is a specialty kind of lens that was made back in the film days. Because film is like, if you remember, like shooting a normal film photo, it's kind of like it's a 3:2 aspect ratio.
Yeah,
So it's a little bit more square
yeah,
and just like SD video, like standard def was.
yeah.
But when Hollywood wanted to make movies more immersive, they wanted it to be wider. So what they did is they created these lenses that essentially shoots wider and makes the squishes it into that same amount of film. So it's like it squeezes the image, the wider image, into a smaller spot, and then in post you de-squeeze it again
Oh,
to
really?
make the wide frame. So you're essentially like whatever that film negative is, you
You're
stretch out the
stretching it.
sides. And
Yeah.
so we still use that in like the digital era. You can still shoot on an anamorphic, and it's shooting on a smaller part of the sensor, and then you pull it back out wide. And what it gives you is characteristics you can't create otherwise because you're like pulling all
Yeah.
these pixels and whatnot. So like if you go earlier to the video, some good giveaways is the middle of the. It always kind of looks like this, like the front or the middle section of the video always feels a little bit closer to you, and everything else kind of feels like it's falling away.
Oh, so it's more like a depth effect.
Yeah,
Is that what you're saying?
yeah,
Like this
yeah. I mean
guy
it.
up front feels closer, and these guys they look like they're further back, but maybe they really weren't when they filmed
Yeah,
it.
essentially. And if you think of J.J. Abrams, like the director,
Yeah.
like Star Trek, and
Yeah.
they have or Transformers, and there's this crazy blue streak that goes across the whole.
Yeah.
The lens flare goes across the whole thing.
Yeah. His
It's
trademark.
because the like it should just be like a little like light, but because it's being pulled out, it goes into that wide streak.
Oh, interesting. I never would have, I thought that was just some post effect they just put on there at the end, but you think it might have been created by the actual lens itself.
It's all because of anamorphic lenses, yeah.
Really? Okay.
And then you can also always tell because I mean sometimes you'll just crop the top and bottom, but like this video is extra wide. It's because
Yeah.
they pulled the image wider.
Oh, wow. Okay. But dude, I have more questions. I could talk about this forever. All right, let's move. I think there was a transition here. All right, I think it's here. There we go. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So they got the bright light on. Post, they add this kind of lightning in the foreground. It looks
The
like
lightning in the sky is super uh like I buy it. It looks great.
like this part up here, how it got
Yeah.
lighter right
There
there.
was an earlier one too where you can't really like you can't really notice a mask or anything. Like it just looks good.
Yeah. Okay, and then they got this must be post because they look like they just white that out,
Yeah, totally.
and then it continues that. Say, oh, look at that sky. That's cool
Oh
too.
yeah. Well, they kept it going into this scene too.
Right. So they must have masked that in. I mean, I can't, there's no way they timed this like Back to the Future style, like film this exactly when the lightning hits.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So we got that. So that was a really cool lightning transition. So that looks like the same. Oh, different shapes though on these two streaks. They're similar, but not the exact same. But okay, let me back this up. This is a cool one.
That's cool.
All right, I think we got to go back to that one.
We've
That
got a
was
couple transitions here.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I like so this one was really cool with the smoke, I thought.
Yeah.
Um how it yeah, it looks like it's just a wind or like a sandstorm kind of thing effect here and then whoosh and it's just this different scene and him there surrounded by it. That was really cool.
Yeah, it's smart. Like they're obviously thinking about all of this ahead of time because the lightning is striking, transitioning to another one. The smoke is transitioning to a scene with smoke. Like they're not
Yeah,
out of place transitions.
right. Well, so that's really interesting because what you just said because many of the comments have said when these guys, and it's actually the group who writes a lot of the music, produces the music, writes the lyrics. From what everybody tells me, they are thinking about this stuff when they even write the song. Like, how can we write the
Hmm.
song or include lyrics or ideas like that that would fit with like a visual component of it? And so to hear you say
Crazy.
it, yeah, it makes a lot of sense. So that one, and then this cool one where it's yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
So, and I like this little the jerky camera movement here too. Adds a little. It's kind of so right here. It's going side to side. I think a little bit, or it kind of like
Yeah.
snaps, and you get that like elastic kind of feel. And then zoom in, and then the pop pop with both hands. Well, and then you've got the After Effects or the whatever on the smoke, and then the up and down movement too with his hands, which is really cool.
Yeah. No, I mean, and that's all just in post.
Yeah, I mean, I, well, I think you and I talked about one time where there is like, uh, not a, maybe it is a gimbal, some kind of machine that can hold a camera and maybe could do
Yeah,
those
Bolt.
things. But in
Yeah,
this
it's
case, you think they did it in post.
yeah, it's the Bolt is definitely good for being able to do some of that stuff, but for this it's um just so the moves aren't super crazy and like dynamic shifting.
Yeah,
This one's just kind of like it's adding to the music and bringing it alive in the movement. So it's yeah, it's just done in post, kind of tracking the hand and moving with it a little bit.
yeah, got it. And then pow, and the smoke there, and the rest of the guys are there.
Yeah, and this keep going a little bit. So now they're probably on a gimbal and they're a little more freehand,
Yeah. Oh, and
moving
then
away from them.
yeah, and the zoom out there too.
Yeah.
I think there's like two, so it goes slow and then it pop back.
Yeah, because
Boom, boom.
there's a term called the Hitchcock, and it's Alfred Hitchcock used to do
Yep.
this move quite a bit. Camera's on a dolly, it moves away while it zooms in.
Oh, yes. Yeah, and you get that really weird, like the person is stationary, but the background seems to be like moving.
Yeah.
I can't remember if it moves further away or closer.
Yeah, further well, so if you're moving away and zooming in, the background is coming closer
Okay.
because it compresses the background. This one, like, I think they're probably just doing it in post because it can be also really effective in post too. So I
Yeah.
think they're able to do some of these movements, but it's just like even just like the camera's moving away but they're scaling it up to
Yeah.
seem like it's getting closer. It just gives like a somewhat of an interesting look. It's
It's
really
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I like this one. All right, wind it back. Oh, that was clean. That one
Yeah.
too. The this hit down and then boom.
Yeah. Here's something I would be interested to know. Go
Oh,
frame by frame a little
here we
bit.
go. Yeah.
So I'm wondering if they shot this like again on a gimbal. This upcoming scene, like if you keep going
This one
forward,
here. Yeah.
the next one. Oh, sorry, previous one.
Previous. All right, back it up.
Yeah, so this one, it's kind of like, again, on a gimbal, just like a little bit of a movement.
Mhm.
I'm wondering if they extended the roof in with AI to be able to create those movements.
Oh,
Like up
that?
there, yeah, I'm wondering if up
Oh,
there is fake
really?
and digitally they moved it. Just
So,
because gimbals don't really move that fast. Like they're all about being smooth and whatnot. So to
yeah,
get it to move quick enough to get that motion blur and stuff, I think it's post.
really? So even just so you're saying, let me see if I can.
Ooh, uh-oh.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I saw something.
What'd you see?
So, the rafters,
Yeah.
if you just look at the white bar across on those rafters, right when
Wait,
it starts to move, do you see what I'm talking about?
wait, white bar.
Or so like there's the rafters and then where they connect with the wall.
Yeah. So like right
Yeah, if you
in here.
follow that, yeah, follow
Okay.
that frame by frame as it's moving, it shifts a teeny, teeny bit. And so I think those rafters are fake.
No way.
Keep going. Right there. See how they kind of move a little bit different than what's like the design right below it?
Okay.
I think
I'll.
the rafters up are fake.
No way. All right. So you think like maybe from this part, this is probably going to be hard to see when we actually when I post this video because it'll be small. But anyway, these like in this shot, these like vertical tan goldish lines. This section up here is might be CG.
That's my you heard it
Okay.
here first.
Okay. So I'll give you what I thought is there's another scene I think in this video, and I can't remember which one it was, where I was curious too about um, if it was a CG environment or not, or how much of it is CG. Because it looked like very real in some spots, but then like maybe in the distance, I thought maybe it was CG.
Yeah.
But people have told me that I'll give you some insight that some of this, or maybe all of it, is actually filmed on location. Like these aren't, or many of the locations are not built sets. They're like actual places that exist,
Yeah.
and they went there and shot. And so now,
Well, yeah, it could still be like it could be that the shot was actually like the top of the frame is where I'm saying it's starting to look a little fake.
yeah.
And they were like, we want to actually like shift the frame. So let's add that up there and move everything down. So they might be
Oh,
on location and they just wanted to reframe it.
so it could be a combo platter here. You're saying it is real, but they can make some adjustments to it.
Totally.
Oh, dude, I see what you mean there. Just that time. It like,
Yeah, right there.
oh yeah, it shifts. It looks like it actually slides backwards
Yeah, totally.
right there. Oh, I didn't notice it the first couple times. But is that? Oh God. Okay, really curious. So a lot
Yeah.
of I'll say this. I haven't seen. I don't know if there is, but a lot of these, especially for Stray Kids, a lot of the videos do have behind the scenes stuff, or um, so maybe the answer is out there. Maybe somebody knows, and maybe it's actually on their channel. I don't know, but I
Yeah.
haven't seen it.
And maybe it could be like a perspective illusion too, where the green is like a railing and the rafters are actually slightly further away in Z space. So
Yeah,
then it could be kind of fooling us a little bit, but
yeah. Okay, so it's an open question. So
yeah,
if anybody knows,
no
uh,
shade thrown.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We're just pointing out stuff we see without any knowledge. That's what we do here. All right, here we go. Color scheme again.
Super
Oh, so
cool.
cool. I mean, so again with the color palette, um, so it's not pitch black. They've expanded on the blue. I think before it was a
Yeah.
lot more black. But then the red outfit, and I mean he's got blonde hair in here, right? Fits the gold kind of motif, which I'd like. And then boom, 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 like oh, and four transitions, like so fast, and then the lightning again.
I'd like to know from the chat what the circles represent, or maybe you know.
That was the exact question I had when I saw these two,
Yeah.
and I don't remember the answer. But yeah, I was like, what are these things? What are they supposed to mean?
What was in the notebook?
Oh, I don't know. I was just like, oh, this is all like white and gold now.
Yeah,
The
this is
color
super
scheme was
cool.
the first thing that popped out for me here. And the red book. So this is like,
Oh, so the
oh,
last
that's the previous
frame.
scene. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Different. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I think I saw your anamorphic thing there.
Yeah.
He looks like stretched out over here or
Yep.
something, like distorted.
Yeah, the edges will always look like kind of a little more squished than the center. It's like optically created to make the center look kind of more normal, and then the
Yeah.
sides kind of
Oh,
lose some of that.
yeah, you can see like a fisheye effect here because this
Yeah.
post is curved.
Yeah. And it's kind of one of those imperfections that you're totally okay with because it looks cool.
It does look cool. Like, yeah, I'm not complaining about it. It's just the
It
first time that I actually noticed it
draws your eye into the like subject of the frame.
to the center. Yeah. Okay.
You just don't want to put your lead actor on the edge of the frame.
Right. Okay, I'm gonna go back because now I remember. This is the shot where I think I paused it when I originally watched this video, and I was like, "This to me looks CG," but everybody said, "Nope, this is real."
Can you bring it back a little further?
And maybe this. Oh, so I just noticed it again. The fisheye, right? These are curved again, especially over here
Yeah.
on
That
the left
is all
side.
holding up correct. You
But
know, it's
just this
interesting.
lighting,
Look at the
and
rafters
it looks
too
so
from our previous
perfect.
scene.
Oh yeah, so they are up.
Those are
I
the
mean, that
railings.
shape is there in the railings.
Yeah. So
So
I
it's
think it's a real location.
yeah, so it's that same room just from a different angle,
Yeah.
right? Because you must have the previous scene you would have the camera over here looking that way to get those rafters, and now this is from the other direction.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's like there's a big light source from behind them that's giving all that like halo smoke
Yep,
effect off of the smoke they're giving.
yep.
You can see it kind of bouncing off the walls on the side there, which all feels good. I mean, I definitely think this is a real location.
Damn. Okay, so maybe it's just I don't know why I thought it was CG. Maybe it's just the coloring or something, but
Yeah. It's
it's maybe like saturated or something that makes me feel like it's not what you would get if you were there like with your own eyes or something. I don't know. There's something about it.
yeah. It's well done.
Yeah. I mean, it looks great. That's not a
Hmm.
complaint. I was like convinced this is CG, but no, they said it's a real place. All right. Cars. Man. I think, all right, I'm going to pull this back, but this is such a cool, again, for me, the colors, and I think anything maybe that's red and like red and black, it just looks so great. I just love this coloring.
Yeah,
So
looks great.
so
And they definitely put a light up high.
like up here.
Yeah, like you're definitely not getting that from the moon.
Yeah.
So that is a big, they're called condors, which is basically a big crane that holds a light on it.
Yeah.
That's a big one. That's got to be like 50 feet up.
Yeah, and then they're putting all the smoke in to what help hide the crane itself maybe
Yeah,
and give some depth and whatever.
sometimes it's so far away you just you wouldn't even see it if
Oh,
you
because that source is so bright, you
and it
wouldn't see it.
that's what kind of shows that it's like bigger of a source is that like or it's a bigger crane because like the further away you get like the same height it gets like lower in the frame so you have to like raise it up as you're kind of going
Oh,
further away.
sure. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
So
And it's well, to your point, it's got to be super bright and it looks like the shadows are correct from that light. You know, you'd expect
yeah,
them to
it's
be
getting
coming out
keyed
this
from
way.
that light.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's really cool.
I love it. And then I think we talked about this in another one, but what impresses me is that maybe if I sat here and stared at it for long enough, I'd see there's differences. But at a glance, it looks like all of the reds in the shot are the same color red, like,
They probably
or
made sure of that
so
in
close.
post.
Yeah, right. But that's what is so cool because you think like you said about the red car, you're like, okay, we need all these red outfits. They're probably made from different, who knows,
Yeah.
different designers, so they're not going to match. You know that ahead of time. And then if you're lighting these from behind, you've got your gels or whatever you do for the red lighting. They're not going to match. And so you've got to go in after the fact in post and try to color correct all of it.
Yeah,
Right?
they probably have like a brand red that they're like it needs to hit this Pantone.
Oh, damn. That's even more specific. Oh, and red on the laces of the shoes. I didn't see that.
Oh yeah.
Damn. All right. There would be a lot of color work on this.
Yeah, no,
Looks awesome though.
looking on the earlier scenes too, a lot of play with day and night. It'd be really interesting to know how many days it took them to do this
To
because
shoot this video?
it's it's definitely days.
You think so?
I'm gonna throw out 5,
5 days. Wow.
maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right. Well, if anybody knows, put it in the comments. Birds.
Oh, big birds.
Sorry,
Pretty freaking cool.
I think that's the end. Yeah. There we go. All right. First, everybody's going to ask, what'd you think of the song?
Song was great. I mean, I was definitely entrenched in the video for sure, but
Yeah.
they fit well together and kept me moving.
It's a great track. I recommend listening to that track and not staring at the video because it's a really good song. It's one of my favorites from Stray Kids. And then video. What are your thoughts? Give me your thoughts on the video overall. What do you think?
Oh, overall, like I think I just appreciate the amount of work that goes into it. The art direction, the choreography, the camera movement, and they like I don't think they necessarily skimped on anything because you always kind of have to make sacrifices somewhere. And it kind of seems like they tried to just hit as many of the things as they could. Yeah, no, I mean, big budget.
Yeah, yeah. I think that was another comment. Is these guys don't cut costs when it comes, or don't try to cut costs when it comes to making their videos.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
shows.
yeah, I agree.
Even
Just the number of locations even in this one is crazy.
because, yeah, all of this takes time. Like every scene change takes time. Not even just the big ones, even the solo person and they're doing their performance in a place that you don't just like roll over there and hit the red button. Like all of them are talked about decisions, and people are watching and being like, let's do this instead. Like none of this is just like, all right, we hit record and we did it once and then we're good. We got to move on. It's like, it's a lot of time in all of this.
Yeah. Yeah, this one, it's pretty good. I think I like this one more now, having just paused and gone through it kind of in detail. Good. Yeah, it's a good track. It's a really good track. All right, well, it gets a thumbs up, sounds like, from Dallas, the song and the music video. So,
Approved.
well done. Well done, Stray Kids.
It's a good first introduction.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. This was the first time you've ever heard the track in the group.
Let's see if it can hold up.
Yeah, I know. It's a high bar now. So we just watched Thunderous. Now we're going to watch S-Class, the next song from Stray Kids. I've heard this song. I've never seen this music video. In Dallas, you've never heard this song, I don't think.
And
right?
never seen the video.
And never seen the video. And if there is a behind the scenes of this one, I should have sent this in the other, but maybe I did. I don't know anything about it. I haven't seen any behind the scenes for this or Thunderous, but now we're going to watch S-Class. Dallas, are you ready?
I couldn't be more ready.
All right. Here we go.
CG helicopter.
What? Wait, are you serious? What are you talking about?
There's a little helicopter in there. Just
What are you talking
flying
about?
around. That helicopter in the middle of the frame.
What? Where do you see a helicopter?
Yeah, right there. Yeah, right there.
Hold on. What are you talking about?
That helicopter.
Is that actually a helicopter? What is that?
Yeah, it's a little helicopter.
But why is it like
light on
transparent?
Well, if it were any more obvious, well,
Right
I
here.
think it's just reflecting it's supposed to be like, I don't know, the cityscape behind it. So it feels like a mirror.
Dude, I didn't even notice that. Oh, good eye. Okay, let me start that over. Oh, yeah, there you can see the... Oh, there it is. Okay. Wow. There it goes again.
Whoa.
You were right. Okay, that had to be a CG helicopter. That whipped right past.
A lot just happened. That was big.
Okay, let's try to walk through this. This is gonna be like a fucking 2-hour video. Okay. All right. So super dark. Interesting again with the red. Red was a big theme in the previous video for Thunderous that we watched. Red and gold and black. And then the blue again. And I can't remember if these two are on the same... I don't think they're on the same album, but I didn't realize maybe that is a color scheme. Oh, and gold too. Interesting. Is that a coincidence? No, nothing's a coincidence with these guys. So
Follow the money.
oh, look at that. What comes into view right there. So that structure here you can see is not lit. Same with this.
Yeah, they're
And then-
seemingly on a barge.
Boom. And then the lighting comes in. Oh, yeah. And there's a bunch of stuff back here. You get whatever those are and a bunch of structures in the background. Oh, and then a quick zoom out with super bright light.
Oh, crazy. Okay, so
Look at all those lights. Yeah.
Do you see the little lights?
Like
behind
here
them?
and here.
No, further.
Further, like back in super tiny, like
Right.
the city
Not
lights.
those ones, but go further to the right. They're a little more purple color.
Further.
Further. Yeah, all those little dots.
Oh, back here.
Those are all on the shore, and they're all set up. They were definitely done for this.
Oh, and you can even see there's probably more of the reflections are over here on the left side, but you can't actually see the bulb.
Like if you go back, like they're off. They turn them on, and I think they're panning and tilting
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
you're
they're made
right.
for this video. They have all those lights on the shore.
So that was that intense light. It was those things way back there.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Holy
No,
shit,
I mean,
man.
logistically also, we're speaking about like DMX. Like you can do wireless DMX where
Yeah.
you're controlling the light and you're able to sequence it to music or whatever. That's 1,000 feet away. So
Yeah.
now you're having to get repeaters and like you have to be able to control those from that far away.
Yeah.
That's
And
crazy.
okay. Okay. And, and those things all move too, because it looks like
Yeah.
you get that brightness because they've set them up to be shooting that beam directly at this camera's lens, right? So you get
Yeah.
that intense light, and then they move, and that's how you get these vertical beams into the sky, right?
It's like 100 lamp heads back there. That's so wild.
And how do you? Okay, then how do they? Um, is there an issue? Shit, in Thunderous we talked about you can program the lights to like do turn on or move or something at a certain time. But is it like a minutes and seconds, or is it like synced to literally the audio, like a bass beat?
Yeah, you can set keyframes essentially to whenever
Okay.
at the beat. So
Okay.
it's all still done by hand. So it looks like they're actually on a helicopter pad. There's like cylinders to the right of it. So I wonder if we're in
Yeah.
the middle of the water or if we're on right off like on a dock or something.
I don't know. I have no idea. So those, do you think, all right, I remember where I was going with that. So like if you've got these lights back on the shore or wherever that is programmed to like, well, they come on, let's just say even that first beat where they turn on, boom. Is there any issue with it with that distance? Like the timing of it? Because you can't, I mean, you'd have it programmed at some point, but you've got, to your point, you've got to send that signal that far out to like all hit at the same time and
Could, yeah, there
sync
could
with the
definitely
dancing
be a
and stuff.
delay.
Okay, so they
Yeah, who
might have had to
knows?
deal with that too. All right. Jesus Christ, we're 13
Impressive
seconds.
first 15 seconds. Yeah.
13 seconds and we've been talking.
We've got CG helicopters. We got BMX across the lake.
Yeah, an insane set helicopter pad and like yeah, ridiculous lighting. Okay.
Already, I'm happy.
All right,
Good music video. That was great.
dude. This one, yeah, there were a lot of requests for this one for S class.
So one thing I would just like to say, especially when we were talking about anamorphic and thunderous,
Yeah.
anamorphic lenses, a big characteristic of anamorphics is oval bokeh on specular highlights in the background for
Okay.
out of focus areas.
Yep.
These are all circular, so this is spherical lenses, like your normal lens that you would
Yeah.
typically expect.
Oh, because to your point, everything in it would be stretched, so you'd see that it wouldn't be a circle; it would be
Yeah. Well,
like
interestingly,
egg-shaped.
they're egg shaped vertically. Interestingly, they're not
Oh,
pulled
really?
sideways. They're actually like this, and then they'll have streaks coming off of it.
Oh, okay.
Because the way that the like, it's getting in the weeds, but the way that the lights are shown in out of focus areas actually is a representation of the aperture in the lens. And because the aperture in the lens in an anamorphic lens is vertically oval before it gets stretched out, it shows up as a vertical oval.
Gotcha. Okay. Damn, that is some. Yeah, that is down in the weeds. I would have never thought to like check out the shape of these freaking lights.
It's my
Like,
checklist I do anytime I'm watching anything. What did they do? Got
that
it.
is
Spherical
awesome.
lenses. Sweet.
Oh, and those are like some floor lights that just popped up right there as they walk by. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let me just hit play. Let's see if we can get past 13 seconds. Okay, there's the helicopter.
There we go.
Oh,
That showed how many lights they had set up.
all right. I'm gonna go back to that because that was such a cool zoom out. Oh
All of
my
those
God.
lights they have set up.
Holy shit.
That's just a flex. This is our city.
Like to be able like All right, do you want to talk about permitting?
Yeah, right. You got to permit the night sky. Starlink is going to be upset.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah, the insane the scale of this one immediately visible. Okay.
It's
Wow.
funny how like on the on there was like a freeway overpass on the side, and they only had like 7 lights, and it looked all dinky.
These guys are doing a 3 minute music video and they've oh God. Okay.
별난 것두성이 변함없지
Oh.
변화하는 거리
Holy shit.
What is happening?
Dude, I don't know. Now, now I realize why people wanted me to even to watch this video like forever ago. But man, I'm glad I waited for you. Oh, and I didn't even realize he's mirrored here. Okay, wait,
What's
hold on,
in-
hold on, hold on. I
Yeah,
gotta go back to the fireworks
go to the
first.
fireworks
Yeah, dude. Okay, this has to be a practical effect,
for sure.
which is like, how did these dudes not catch on fire? Because that is dangerously close, in my
That's just
opinion.
good fun. That's
In my
sick.
opinion. Oh
You know, the
God,
agent, like their agent, is
damn.
like, you want to do what right next to them?
Right? Plus,
Not
there's
with my
like
paycheck.
that's exactly you got like trees and shit that they're. I mean, they're basically lighting these buildings on fire.
Are
Am
they putting
I?
like, this is crazy.
It, I mean, the bounce right past them. What?
I love it. I'm into it.
I mean, I love it, but holy crap! Like the insurance to be like, if one of these guys gets like any kind of like I don't know burn mark or something, good God! Or by the way, the property damage, like the risk of property damage.
So,
Good
okay,
Lord!
I don't know Stray Kids. So, is there like a hierarchy within the group?
Oh God, people are gonna kill me. Yes, I'll just say
Okay.
yes. Can I describe it?
Are we
Not on the
looking at the
spot.
hierarchy?
I I don't think so. I don't think so.
Okay.
There's probably a different layering because there's a couple different ways to look at it. There's certain members of the group are known for like dancing, singing versus rapping versus like production, and so they're kind of broken into these. I think they're called subunits. Uh, so there's that, and then I think they have one guy here who's like the leader kind of the group, and there's probably other aspects that I'm forgetting, and people will absolutely correct me in the comments and say you should know this by now. But yes, okay. Well,
Okay,
but
cool.
why do you ask that question?
Oh, I was seeing if they put their least favorite person in the back.
Oh, to get burned.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah. Hey, we're not going to tell you what happens in the scene, but for this one, you need to be in the
Yeah.
back.
Just follow our move. We're gonna do this.
Yeah, I don't know. We should look here. Hold on. Okay, we got to see who's back there. I don't. Gosh. Okay, people will tell me in the
Oh,
comments who's in the back.
and to be fair, they probably put stunt doubles back there since you can't see them.
Oh, you think so? That's why they're looking
Could
down
be.
like that.
Yeah, maybe just
Could be.
to like as part like the insurance, like
Just
kinda
make
being
sure.
like, let's make sure nobody gets hurt. Just
Yeah.
put like the front three, we can tell who they are.
This is crazy. Like you would have to pay me a ridiculous amount of money to agree to be this close to all that. There's no fucking way. I would never
And
do
I
that.
I'd shoot this shot for free. So that's
Oh,
how
you
different
yeah
this is.
yeah, well, yeah. You'd be like, here, I'm gonna set this camera here. I'm gonna
Yeah.
walk 100 meters away, and then you
Yeah,
guys
it's gonna look sick.
do whatever you guys got to do. Yeah,
변화하는
it does look
거리
good. Oh,
Well,
hey now.
CG mirror.
Yeah. Okay. So well, that makes sense because he was reflected in the scene before.
So that I'm guessing what they did is they.
Is that
I mean,
actually?
I don't
Or did
totally
they
know.
did they
I'm
film it
guessing.
twice?
I'm guessing that the person in the foreground that we can't see their face is somebody like a lookalike, a
double?
doppelganger,
Yeah.
and we can see the other person. And then they added a couple of things to make it look like it's a mirror. But from what you've said of these guys before, I mean, who knows? Like maybe they did this fully practical.
Right.
The only thing that I
Dude,
would
I don't
say,
know.
I, um, I,
Oh, they added these lines here like it's several panels of mirror. You
right,
see that?
yeah. God, it's hard to tell because so I'm looking at the scooter. I'm
Yeah.
trying to figure out where the mirror
The
would
centered
intersect with the
one?
building. Yeah, because
Oh,
it
because
on
that
the
would
far right, it's supposed to be reflecting that one.
that one, yeah.
And I, if they faked it, they faked it really good because even the spoke directions, like the bottom, the spoke is facing
Oh yeah,
down
like
in the
that
front one, and it
curve.
is in
Yep.
the other
In
one.
that curve. Yep.
These guys are throwing me for a loop.
The attention to detail is another thing that I'll say that I've picked up through just listening to their music over and over. And I see that now playing out in the videos as well.
Yeah,
Like they
it's
don't, yeah, they make sure
um,
everything is like perfect.
I'm sticking to it. I think it's a fake mirror, and I think these are two different people.
Okay. Well,
I'd love to see the behind the scenes because
yeah, if there is
I'm
one.
holding firm to this.
Okay.
I see it right below it. I can see it at the bottom of the frame here.
Stray Kids. Oh yeah, look at that. Making. All right. Well, shit. Maybe we should check that out and see if we're right. Okay.
Well, we
So,
should get through this video a little
well, yeah,
quicker, I
if we
guess.
can
Then.
get through this by by nightfall. All right. So I want to see this. Oh, and it does show a crack right there too. The first couple frames. I didn't notice that before. Crack, and then real fast, and then it falls. And then we've got these, same as in Thunderous. You've got these blue kind of glowing orb things.
Ember things.
Yeah. Boom. Oh, that is pretty slick because you can still, as it's falling, you can still see the reflection
Yeah.
of like these people here shift too as it cracks. Look at they shift to there and then they're gone.
Yeah.
Well done. Boom. That is really cool effect. Oh. Dude, what is all that? All right, we got to talk
Well,
about all this stuff
because
flying out
they're
from
essentially
behind them.
supposed to be at like the facility where all of the waste is going because it was a dump truck.
Yep.
Then this is like the sorting facility for like recycling or something. So they're flying all over.
Yep. I mean, that
What
looks
kind of
awesome.
location would this be though? Like if it's not fake,
I don't know. I don't know.
what kind of crazy location they would have found that has engine components on conveyor belts.
Conveyor belt, yeah.
But sorting through trash. Wild.
So crazy. And like, are those so obviously the stuff flying through the sky is CG. I mean, that has to be. They're not going to throw all this stuff actually at these guys.
Mm-hmm.
And then
the physics looks a little off, so you can tell.
Yeah, and I'm looking at these. Then I'm looking at these engines, and they look really, really good.
Yeah, I think they're real.
Damn.
Because even the fans in the corners, they look really real. So I'm feeling pretty confident this is a real location.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you think they got real engines and put them on a conveyor belt?
Yeah.
Jesus. I mean, who does that? Let's go get some real engines and just have those rolling down the sides of this.
Where'd all the engines for the CB400s go?
Stray Kids bought them for a video. Okay. All right, let me.
I mean, knowing these guys, that's got to be a thing that comes back later. Those engines are getting put in something.
Oh, you think so? Okay. All right. That's a good. We'll see what happens. So many scenes. Oh. Okay.
So a little more
this scene is
fantasy scenes going on.
Right.
Are we underground?
Wait, they're duplicated because this is too many dudes.
Too
So
many dudes.
there's 8 guys, but this is 1, 2, 3, 4.
16.
1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2. Yeah. All right. So they've duplicated themselves.
Also wearing a jersey that says 16. Coincidence?
Oh, I doubt it. I doubt it. Oh shit, we didn't see this part. All right, let me back this up.
Shiny day and night, they wonder how my spotlight is so bright. Counties,
Oh, that's what was in that puddle. Like you could see the
That was
overhead
them.
view of them.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That little, so it's in the bottom left corner of that puddle. Right there. Oh, this thing. Yep. So you can see the guys with the shadows.
Wow.
So he's looking down into the puddle and sees them.
If it's a reflection, are they in the sky? I'm just getting conspiratorial.
Oh, there you go. I have no idea. Oh,
Cool.
I know you saw it. Tell me what you saw.
Yeah, all the lights coming on inside.
Yeah, all red
Yeah.
and all over the place.
So they must have just paid for usage of this street all night long. Like
Yep.
had if people are living in there, paid for them to go somewhere.
Mm-hmm. And is that an actual firework going across?
It looks like it. But it's supposed to be like a meteor.
Yeah.
You know what it actually looks like if you go back to see it? It looks like they shot it no, it's not an actual firework. It's a light source and that's the reflection of water. And then they pulled that out
and put it in
made
the
it
sky.
look like a meteor. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Well, it worked.
Yeah.
It would have fooled me.
That's an interesting look.
Just would have thought it was an actual firework that they shot over at that perfect timing.
There is a effect that a firework that will kind of just like run for a while in one direction.
Yeah. That would be sweet. I mean, it would fit. I mean, they already had the fireworks in the other scene.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's cool.
That was slick.
That's fun. Right to the drums.
Yes. I just want to see how they did it. I want to see how they like where they cut the scene. So is it the road first? Yep. Oh, and the road kind of
Cool.
It's not just a blank on. It's like a pivot or a rotation upward, which is really cool. Oh, and then the sides fold up. Oh, that's cool. I didn't notice that part either. And then the other like the guys are dropping from the sky into the scene.
Yeah, and it looks kind of like goofy when you're going frame by frame, like you can see all the work going into it, but it totally is one of those things that most people, they're like, no one's watching this frame by frame. So it looks cool.
It looks great
when you're
at
just
full
watching
speed.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Oh, and the fact that they were all right, I'm gonna go back. The fact that they were all frozen for a beat, like when they really started filming. Were they all in this position? Because he starts moving first.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
But how would this guy be? This can't be real. Or like,
well, they probably froze everything else at that frame.
Oh,
and
like
they just had him move first.
Rotus. Okay. Oh, maybe he was because he's doing like a handstand. Oh, that's because this is like a curved upward thing, and he's kind of hanging off it. Wow.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, look at my dude. Hey, look at. I mean, I know you're a skater, but look at. I got my dude on a BMX bike back here. Doing some.
There we go.
Hell yeah. I didn't realize.
Oh, there's a skater back there. Very top corner.
Oh, this guy?
Yeah, right there.
Yeah. All right. Oh, they're doing backflips. Oh.
Whoa.
Oh, that was pretty slick.
Whoa, they make a miniature of the alley?
I don't know.
That's cool.
I have no idea. I would have just assumed that it's real, and they just cut, masked, a bunch of layering here. But
no, I think they
I have no
built
idea.
a miniature version of the set they were on.
No way. Let's try this. So this, I like how this background just slams in. Boom. Boom. Other side. And then the back windows, which is not part of. Oh, and then that pulse kind of action.
Just
That's
adding
slick.
a little effect.
Yep. And then he moves in. So that pulse thing must be on timed with a beat too. So
yeah.
Oh shit, they did.
We're installing engines.
They did. Oh yeah, I was saying it looked like it was layered stuff, but he's
that's real. That's super
he was
cool.
literally there. He just walks out from behind it. I thought this is all just editing, layering and stuff, but no, that looks like a real thing.
I would also like to walk back one thing.
What?
The firework, I think, is a firework from the previous.
Oh, you want to go back?
I've seen it enough times. I believe it's a real firework.
This thing.
Yeah, but my thought of the water thing is something I'm going to try sometime because I think it would work really well.
Okay. Okay. So you got even if it's real, you just found a new idea that you can test in your own stuff. Awesome.
Look at us.
Look at us. Who would have thought? All right. I'm going to see this again. This is really cool. That is wild. Oh, that was neat. An X-ray of the van.
They're hiding goods.
Yeah. What are they carrying? Oh, wait a minute.
Whoa.
Why
Monster.
are people? Oh shit! Yeah, I was like, why did that guy fall into the water? That was weird. Like from right behind him. My dude goes flying into the water.
I love that he doesn't know.
He has no idea. He's just vibing.
I'm just having a good time.
And that's what happened. Oh.
Whoa. What's going on back there?
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
More money being spent.
More like the insurance, the premium is just going up and up and up.
Yeah.
Like the danger of well, this is a really cool transition right here.
Good effect.
Flame, yeah. Super cool. And then even on the background, but then to have these guys anywhere near this type of fire makes me nervous. I mean, even the extras in the background.
Crew. Yeah. Like,
yeah.
It's just a lot of like, where isn't there fire?
Liability. Oh my god. Oh, that's cool. More. Oh. Okay. Again with the red lighting all timed to the beats, and it looks like it's freaking everywhere. And then you've got another firework going on. If it is a firework.
Oh. Whoa.
Dude, the car just,
What happened?
I don't know, but it like fell from the sky. I mean,
It looks like
looks like a real car.
the light doesn't seem to move though, so I'm wondering if it is a real car that they're animating.
Okay. Oh, and the perspective, I think, is maybe it does change a little bit.
It does kind of.
It does change a little bit.
Maybe
Yeah, it does change.
maybe it's on like the lift and they moved the camera to get that perspective.
Yeah,
and
so
then
it actually changes.
pulled that down. Yeah.
Because my God, if they did that, now they're dropping cars like near these guys. Give me a break.
Why not?
Car hanging up. Boom. Oh, that's cool.
Whoa. Sitting on the lifeguard chair.
I mean, the amount of, well, these like zooms here I thought were really cool. Boom, boom, boom. And then you've got these extras, these like SWAT team extras coming in. And then all this CG work with this, what, octopus? Or
Yeah.
ridiculous.
That's cool.
Okay, I want to see that car again.
Sometimes the most simple things just work so well, like clapping hands, cut scenes.
Boom.
What do we got? Lamborghini.
Yeah. I don't think they actually detonated a real Lamborghini here. Maybe they did. I don't know. But it's definitely not happening that close to them if it is real.
Yeah. It looks like a 3D model.
But to rewind it
one.
looks so cool. Boom. I mean, that fire looks freaking awesome.
It's interesting how it's following the car shape.
Yeah.
Like if you look at the trunk.
Yep. Super cool.
Crazy.
Fireworks again.
Sick. That one
Dude.
went to camera too. That was cool.
Yeah, because you're hitting, yeah. It's hitting like the ground right in the foreground. Crazy.
Oh.
Oh. Oh man.
It is cool. It's a good, like, all of the practical stuff is the things that blow me away. And then the 3D stuff, I'm like, that's cool.
Yeah.
But like when like making that miniature, like that was like, whoa, that's so sick.
Yes. I think what shocks me the most about this video is the scale of it and the fact that they can, however they did it with those, like that alley kind of neighborhood scene where they lit everything in red and were basically setting the buildings on fire. And then that intro scene back here where you've got all the crazy lights and they're working with the city to say, hey, we're going to do this. We're going to sell all this up. We're going to, God knows how long it took to like set that all up. And then
Totally.
Film it. That is wild.
So cool. And again, it just all comes down to like, hey, I have an idea. And somebody said, that seems tough. What about, why don't you just try, let's just go on like a stage that has a screen on it.
Yeah.
And someone was like, no. You know, like that's big.
Right. We're going to do it for real
Yeah.
in the city.
And then you're like, you start talking to the city and city's like, no. And you're like,
Are you
like
sure?
you have to hold to it the whole time. You're like, I believe in it. I believe this is going to be cool.
Yeah. And how do you do it? How do you convince people to let you do it? And then it's wild. Yeah, I didn't realize how big it actually was. That blows my mind. That's
Very
wild.
impressed.
Oh God. Yeah, cool video.
Super.
What'd you think of the track?
Oh, it was a great time.
You like it? Okay.
Yeah,
So
you know.
you on the train? You on the Stray Kids train? Fan club
Can't
now?
show my cards yet, but
Okay.
I'm enjoying myself.
Maybe. All right. Well, I don't know. I'm sure people will say in the comments, "Hey, get Dallas to watch this other video," and that might convert you into a Stray Kids fan.
As long as it's not Espa.
Oh, damn. All right. Well, if people have other Stray Kids videos that we should watch, I'm sure. I don't have
If
to
you
say
get
that.
1,000 likes, I'll watch an Espa video.
1,000 likes on this video, you'll watch one Espa video. Okay. I don't know how much overlap there is. We'll see. I know one person who would be very happy.
And that's who I don't want to ever make happy.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Well, shoot. Yeah. Let us know in the comments. Dallas, thanks.
Thanks for having me. What a blast.
If you want to see more of me and Dallas reacting to music videos, I made a playlist and you can check it out right here. It's on my channel. It's called Two Dudes React. I will put any music video he and I do together in that playlist. Check it out. Hope you like it. See you in the next video.